These are the amber sequential LED taillights with the black housings and smoke lenses, and they are currently available for all 2009 to 2018 Ram 1500s. Now you guys should be checking out these options for your Ram if you'd like to update your old and faded stock taillights to a full LED option that will deliver not only that dark aggressive look, but also things like the sequential turn signals and a plug and play install, all for right around the $800 price point. All right, so moving right into our features block here, guys, and the first and maybe biggest feature I would like to point out is the fact that you're updating your factory halogen taillights that are probably dull, dim, cracked, faded, whatever, to something that's going to deliver a full LED operation along with a lot of modern factory-inspired features. Now, some of these features do include that factory or Ram-inspired running light that will illuminate whenever your parking lights or your headlights have been switched on. Now, kicking things up even further with these taillights will be the fact that that running light will also serve as your turn signal as well, thanks to the cool sequential pattern. Now, lighting aside, guys, the appearance here with these taillights certainly very aggressive, thanks to that combination of the black housing with the smoke lenses. Now, your final feature, I will say, is going to be a bit more on the install side, but we'll talk briefly on it now. You're looking at a plug and play job here, guys, which I would say for such an upgrade like this with the added running lights, the LED operation, the fact that you're sticking with a plug and play install is certainly feature worthy. Moving into construction, and you're gonna find things like the automotive grade ABS plastic, which does make up the housings themselves, while they are topped off with that lightly smoked polypropylene lens sealed up nice and tight to prevent any moisture from building up over time. Now, we did mention the 100% LED operation a bit earlier here, and that will be found in things like the diffused LED ring that runs around the taillight itself here, but also for things like the middle section, which will be handling your reverse light duties, and by the way, are gonna be far brighter than that cheap incandescent or halogen bulb found in your stock reverse lights. Now, in addition to that, guys, you're also gonna get LED running lights and obviously brake lights as well. So overall, just a massive improvement in firepower for your taillights, definitely increasing your safety as well. I know that's not something everybody always thinks about when swapping out taillights. Usually it's just to contribute to a cooler look, maybe fix some busted taillights, but the increased brightness from the LEDs and the increased safety that comes along with that is certainly worth noting here. Now, do want to point out, as always, guys, the taillights are DOT legal and SAE approved, so they are going to be legal for use in all 50 states, and again, are going to be sold in sets of 2. All right, price point for the LED taillights for your Ram are gonna land around $800 here, give or take a bit. Does make them one of the more premium options in the category when looking to convert your halogen equipped truck to something with a full LED operation. But regardless, never a bad idea to check out the rest of our selection here at AT before making your final decision. All right, last but not least, let's shift gears and talk about the install. And as I mentioned earlier, plug and play job here, which is huge when we're talking about such a large upgrade. Not only do you have the LED lighting working for you, but also the diffused daytime running lights, sequential turn signals. So to get all of that and still maintain a pretty simple plug and play job with no wiring is massive. Site is gonna call this a soft 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about an hour at most to complete from start to finish. But now to give you a better idea of how this one might go down in the garage or driveway at home, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you need a ratchet and a T25 socket. All right, today we're gonna be installing some taillights on our Ram. First, we're gonna watch a quick video how to install the stock ones, then we'll come back here to install the new ones.
All right, so the first step in our uninstall with your tailgate down, you can see 2 bolts on the inside of your taillight. This is a T25 Torx bolt, so grab a T25 Torx socket and a ratchet. Let's get these out. With the bolts out, grab your taillight and pull straight back. You'll see 2 connectors. Pull back on the red tab on the top connector, push down, and remove it. Onto the bottom connector, press down on the tab, and remove this one as well.
So now that our factory taillight's out, we're gonna get our new one installed. We're gonna start with our harness. So our harness has 2 connectors on it that will go to our factory. Simply just plug them in, like so. Make sure you secure the red locking tab on this one. Then you'll see another wire coming off. That's for our resistor block. We're gonna plug that in. Now you can mount your resistor block wherever you want. We're just gonna stick ours back here on the back of the bed with the double side tape here. So we're just gonna take our resistor block and stick it to the inside of the bed here, like so. We'll tuck our extra wiring away. And then we just have our main connector here that will go to our tail light. We can get our connector, plug it into our tail light here. There's also a locking tab on the side. So once you get that clicked in, secure that down. And then line up our tail light and our 2 tabs here. Lock it into place, and then we can put our screws back in on the side. Now we're gonna reinstall our screws. Now you would have your 2 T25 screws. Ours have been replaced with Phillips head, so we're gonna install these. Gonna thread them in by hand, and then grab our screwdriver and tighten them down. Once you have this taillight installed, you can go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. And that wraps up our install of our amber sequential LED taillights with a black housing and smoke blends for a 2009 to 2018 Ram 1500. And remember, for everything Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.